So let's talk about Valorant. This is a competitive first-person shooter game from Riot Games, best known for League of Legends. But Valorant is this new endeavor where they're trying to spread into other genres of video games, and this is very much a Counter-Strike-inspired title, but with hero shooter elements combined with superpowers. And so it is a variation of that style of gameplay, and generally speaking, people seem to enjoy what it's trying to go for. It does have its own unique take on that Counter-Strike style of gameplay, and it seems to have a lot of merits for it. It does have a vibrant competitive scene. It seems to be getting a lot of traction. But one thing that really gets in the way of this game right now is its monetization. The way it's handled is absolutely absurd with how overpriced skins are. So going to the Metacritic page, you'll see that critics generally enjoyed it. It's got an average score of 80. User scores more mixed, in large part because there's some complaints about balancing and stuff like that, but also monetization with how it's handled. A lot of people find umbrage with how Valorant seems to be gouging its players. So, the latest skin that was introduced, the latest skin set rather, is the Elder Flame skin set, which looks something like this, and it looks pretty cool. And if this is your thing, it might be one of those skins that you might want to get down the line. There's no way to earn this via gameplay, by the way. This is one of those skins you can only buy and purchase. It's paywalled content. And this is nothing new in the landscape of free-to-play titles. There's bound to be content that's just completely locked. But if the pricing is reasonable enough, people can acknowledge that it's a free-to-play game, that the game has to monetize somehow, and if they find a good balance of consumer friendliness and business, then people might end up participating and find it in good faith. But Valorant is really starting to get out of hand, more and more so as time passes. So first of all, let me explain what the currencies for Valorant are. There is Valorant points, which unlock the majority of gear from cosmetics and tiers on your agent contracts to premium battle passes. And then a layer underneath that is what are called Radiant points, which are an alternative form of in-game currency that players can use in future Earth. And the way it was described was that they can be used to evolve certain weapon skins and other content types in the game. And as news outlet Dexerto explains it, RPs allow you to upgrade your weapons. These upgrades don't make your guns any stronger, but they will add some extra flair to certain skins that you buy. So it's evolution and upgrades of cosmetics, essentially, for a specific skin. And right here we have the price points for the Radianite points. Basically, you have to purchase Radianite points with Valorant points, which can be purchased with real money. So with all that in mind, let's talk about this Elder Flame skin pack. The base price on its own feels pretty ridiculous, but then you add on top of that the Radianite point system, and we're looking at a skin set that if you want to unlock everything for, we're talking about having to shell out close to $300. The following information was relayed on the Valorant subreddit by a user who did the math. The headline of this post reads, "The new Dragon Pack costs about $292 fully upgraded." Now, there are ways to earn Radianite by playing the game or via the Battle Pass, so this math that this individual did does not take that into account, but the rate at which you earn Radianite is pretty damn slow, or you have to get that $10 Battle Pass, and even if you do and complete that Battle Pass, you still won't earn enough points to upgrade all of the skins that come with the set. You have to pick and choose what you want to upgrade. So the game kind of cheapens out on the handout of these Radianite points. And even if you do and complete that whole Battle Pass, you really don't get enough Radianite points to do a lot of substantial upgrades with it. So here's how this Reddit user explained it. "I did the math because I was bored and I realized that the new Elder Flame pack is about $292 for the pack and all the upgrades. The pack is about $100 base, and that gives you the weapons. So without the upgrades, just purchasing the skin pack on its own, $100. The user then adds, however, to upgrade all 5 weapons fully, it would cost about $192, as you would need to buy about 4 80-point packs, which are $48, which would give you 320 Radianite. You need 310 Radianite to fully upgrade all the skins and the knife. And this is all broken down in more detail by news outlet Gamer Journalist that lists out the RP cost of each level of upgrade for the Elder Flame collection for each of the items that comes included with this pack. The Reddit user then adds, while I believe in the if it's too much, just don't buy mentality, I still think this is way too much. You could buy almost 4 AAA games on launch for the same price. Actually, if we consider all of the upgrades and the price point of $292, we're talking about almost 5 AAA games that you could purchase at launch in this current generation. In the next gen, a lot of games are bound to be $70, a lot of those AAA games. So that's 4 AAA games right there for next-gen consoles. Either way, it's a lot of AAA games and certainly a ton of great indie games that you could get for $300. You could get a freaking console with $300 instead of buying a skin set that also requires you to upgrade them for additional cosmetic effects. Like, this is just getting way out of hand. And yes, there's the whole mentality of, well, you don't have to buy it. But letting companies get away with this crap normalizes this and makes them believe that this is how things should be done from here on out. And so if we normalize this down the line, all of the coolest skins will be locked behind ludicrous price points that only people with deep pockets can afford and can obtain and take advantage of, which is just not really a whole lot of fun for the average Joe who can't afford this or who might not be able to put in the time to grind for stuff like this. And with this Dragon Pack, you can't even grind for it. You can only pay for it. And yes, Valorant is a free-to-play game, so there is some leeway that can be given when it comes to how the game monetizes itself, but even free-to-play games should have certain limits, certain lines that shouldn't be crossed, and charging $300 to get the full range of content offered by a skin pack, yeah, that's not stepping over the line, that's leaping over it. And this Radianite point system that allows you to upgrade skins, they're literally paywalling skins within skins. I mean, this shit just keeps getting deeper and deeper with how they monetize this crap. Now, it goes without saying that the Elder Flame skin pack isn't the only one of its kind. Scrolling up here through this Gamer Journalist article, you can see all of the collections that are featured in the game, and you can scroll down and see what they all look like and realize just how many of these skins are being sold at these ludicrous prices. So this Sovereign collection, for example, 7100 VP, which is about $70 worth of Valorant points. Right here we have what's called the Reaper collection, which is 5325 VP, roughly $50, $53, however you want to translate this. Depends on which packs of VP you buy. Here we have the Prism collection, which is worth 6,375 Valorant points, which roughly translates to $60. The list goes on and on. And keep in mind that this whole Radianite point system that allows you to upgrade skins at a price, this is a new thing that they've introduced recently, and no doubt they're going to try to push that further so that skins moving forward all have skins sold within skins. So you have to pay to upgrade for the true full set of skins offered by a specific pack so that they can really mark up those prices. And these upgrades that you can unlock by spending RP aren't really even upgrades, they're just color variations. So you've got the red version of this weapon here. You've got the blue version, you've got the black version. They're already charging a base $100 for the skin set. The least they can do is allow people to change between these color variations for free, but Riot Games feels the need to nickel and dime players for even that. And nickel and diming is the wrong term at this point. That suggests microtransactions. We're dealing with macro transactions at this point. Transactions whose price points are higher than AAA games that are released at $60 for a full-fledged experience. And I don't care if this is cosmetics only, the fact remains that people enjoy cosmetics. In fact, one of the most enjoyable aspects of Ghost of Tsushima for me was being able to customize Jin cosmetically, being able to give him the armor that I wanted with the color scheme that I wanted and make him look as badass as I wanted. I found great enjoyment in that, and online players especially find fulfillment in customizing their characters or weapons to really express themselves. And developers know this. There's a reason why they can sell skins at $20, $50, and people still buy them, because there's an emotional value and investment that people find in how they look in a game, and this right here is an exploitation of that. What happened to the era when cosmetics could just be unlocked as a reward for playing the game? And with free-to-play titles, I mean, there is a way to sell cosmetics in a way where the pricing is balanced well, where the pricing is reasonable, where it is accessible to not just the people with deep pockets. I don't want crap like this to be normalized or be seen as okay. Charging $300 total with $100 base price with additional layers of monetization requiring you to upgrade your skins, with some of these upgrades straight up just being color variants of these weapons, which I guarantee you did not take a lot of effort from developers to implement that. And, you know, there is some, like, visual effects and animation stuff that unlocks as well as you upgrade, but with a base price of $100, you shouldn't be charging extra for that. That should all be part of this pack, this already exorbitantly priced package. Valorant really needs to change its monetization model and scale it back significantly, and this is something that even hardcore Valorant fans agree with. On the Valorant subreddit where this post was published, we've got a 96% upvote rating for this thread, and then scrolling down you'll find plenty of comments that admonish the way Valorant is monetized, as much fun as many people might be having with this game. And look, I get it, not everyone cares about cosmetics. Some people are perfectly okay with just the default skin for an entire game's lifespan, and that's fine, but enough people care about cosmetics, and there are plenty of people who would like to equip the Dragon Pack, but certainly cannot afford $300 or even $100 for the base price, and it just feels exclusive to rich people. They're the ones who get to enjoy the cosmetic elements of a game, which are a significant part of a game's enjoyment for many people, and that's just crap. The monetization of Valorant is utter crap. Even though it is free to play, it just crosses too many lines with how overpriced these items are and how they're layering monetization on top of other monetization. So that's my take on the current state of Valorant's macro transactions. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on Valorant as a game and the way it handles monetization. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.